Hi, this is St. Jerome of Crypto Experience is bringing yet another crypto experience. Please hit a like and subscribe if you would, please. I keep forgetting to do that all the time, but it really helps the algorithm and get out there more to everybody. So this video is going to discuss a couple different things on here. First, I'm going to talk about the Litecoin Summit coming up in Nashville, Tennessee on, let's see, it's going to be July 24th through 25th. And also, in the same town, and they overlap a little bit, the Bitcoin Conference on July 25th through 27th, 2024. The Nashville Litecoin Summit is in the Margaritaville Hotel, and the Bitcoin Conference is going to be at the Music City Center on John Lewis Way South. So overlap a little bit. I'm a Litecoin guy. I believe Bitcoin has a great purpose, and it looks like it's going to be a very big governmental coin coming up. Even President Trump is talking about making United States the top in Bitcoin. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I was just thinking, Satoshi Nakamoto has 1 million Bitcoins, and there's only 21 million ever built. And they don't know ever made or mined. They don't know who Satoshi is really. Do you think perhaps he is a secret agency of the United States government? Just my thoughts. I don't know. But wow, wouldn't that be something? So, Bitcoin's been really good in countries such as El Salvador as legal tender. So anyway, I like Litecoin because of several reasons. One, it is the blocks are 4 times bigger than Bitcoin. Litecoin is much faster. The fees are very cheap, really fast to send. There is a secret layer that you can go into off the core Litecoin wallet where the transaction goes up and it disappears, and then it comes back over here and you don't know where it came from. So it gives you an element of privacy. Bitcoin lately has been like very slow and very dodgy. And I think everybody that's sent some Bitcoin transactions may find them to take a long time to get there if you go through the regular Bitcoin network. If you're trying to save some money on the fees, because the fees are getting outlandish, sometimes you have to wait till off hours, and sometimes it didn't get sent for like 24 hours or so. But did eventually get there, and it does work, but it is a great store of value. And there's just a lot of money wrapped up into Bitcoin right now. And you can tell that by the price. So 21 million Bitcoin ever going to be made, 84 million Litecoin ever going to be made. Bitcoin, I looked today, is somewhere around 58,000 after falling a bit from its high, and Litecoin was somewhere around $63. But it doesn't matter if you got in at the right time and invested the same amount of money, you'd be okay. I made this little mistake in 2017. And I was like, I better get Litecoin before it takes off. And I bought it at about 370 bucks or so. Good night. So anyway, I want to talk about the Litecoin Summit a little bit, and some of the speakers going to be there. And then I'm going to talk about the Bitcoin conference now. Litecoin really interests me at the conference. There's some speakers that are be really nice to hear and listen to. But boy, when you look at the Bitcoin conference list, holy cow, you just scroll and scroll and scroll. And there's a whole bunch of people there that'd be interesting to go to. Big difference, $84 for the Litecoin ticket, and it includes everything. Bitcoin conference, I think the early price was like 500 bucks for a ticket, and you didn't get full access. If you're a whale and you wanted the VIP treatment, it's like 25 grand for a ticket. Good night. So, Litecoin, if you're on a budget, you like crypto, want to find out, good place to go. And it'd be the one I would want to go to if I could go to it anyway. So, here is some of the speakers that are going to be at Litecoin. First of all, Charlie Lee. Charlie Lee is the creator of Litecoin, director of the Litecoin Foundation. Charlie Lee is a computer scientist holding a BS and MS in computer science from MIT. He's best known as a creator of Litecoin and serves on the board of directors of Litecoin Foundation. I've never met Charlie, but I've heard him talk several times, and I really enjoyed talking to him, getting his insight. So this is the guy. and he's going to be at the conference. And so if you're there, I see he's a very friendly guy, and if you approach him, I'm sure you'll be able to engage in a conversation. Boy, I'd sure like to get a picture with him sometime, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. And now a picture from a previous Litecoin Summit of someone I would like to see. And speaking at the Litecoin Summit is Mark Theobald. He is VP in marketing at BitPay. I'd be interested on how that works out. There's Litecoin has been passing Bitcoin up in transactions per day over the last year or so. And I notice it's an easier experience to purchase something using Litecoin on a lot of interfaces using BitPay than it is for Bitcoin. Merrick has Merrick or Mark has been in more than 25 years experience in the fintech industry. Currently, he's a chief compliance officer at BitPay. BitPay builds powerful enterprise-grade tools for crypto acceptance, payouts, and spending. Prior to BitPay, Merrick also held marketing leadership roles in Bilmo, ISIN, CheckFee. He resides in North Atlanta. So I find him interesting to listen to. This is a giant photo of Naomi Blackwell here. She'd be one I'd want to see. Sorry, the quality of the photo. Naomi Blackwell is a tech journalist and creator of MBTV Media. MBTV teaches people how to reclaim their privacy in the digital age. It has over 700K subscribers across platforms and over 51 million views. Naomi is the author of the book Beginner's Introduction to Privacy from 2013 2015. She worked as a policy associate at the New York Bitcoin Center from 2015 to 2021. She worked as producer for the 19 times Emmy Award winning journalist John Stossel from 2021 to 2022. She hosted the CoinDesk series, Break It Down, and the CoinDesk Daily Show, The Hash. She was a producer of the 2015 feature documentary Bitcoin, The End of Money as We Know It. Best International Documentary at the Anthem Film Festival, winner of Special Jury Prize Amsterdam Film Festival, and producer of the 2018 award-winning documentary about the housing crash, The Bubble. Naomi is a co-founder of the Soho Forum, a New York debate series. She's on the advisory council of the Mankai Economic Education Forum Foundation, and she's had some funny videos too, like music videos. So, yeah, she'd be an interesting person to see at the Litecoin Summit. Next speaker I'd like to listen to, if I was there, would be Johnny Litecoin. So he is his his real name is John Moore. You can see him weekly with Litecoin Lisa on her channel, and Johnny is into electronic pay. So here's a blurb out of the summit notes. John Moore, better known as Litecoin to the Litecoin and crypto community as Johnny Litecoin, provides a free service called Litecoin Tech Support that provides wallet and payment support for anything Litecoin related. He has a background in traditional payment processing and views Litecoin as a superior form of money and a better form of payment than the current payment infrastructure available to the public. And he does all sorts of credit and debit card things, I believe, now. So yes, I'd be interested in hearing him speaking. Well, the next speaker I would like to hear from would be Randi Hipper, formerly Miss Teen Crypto. But as you can see by the picture from her website there, it's her 21st birthday. Now, Randi is an educator and spreads information about social media, runs a chat show, a podcast pretty much every day of the week. She was coming out of New York City, but recently she has moved. And I am one who missed the location. I don't know if she expressed it exactly, so we'll see where she ends up. But she's going to be there. She's very spunky, got a lot of energy, brings in there, does the daily zest. She leads a lot of people in a lot of fun whenever she's on. So I saw her well, she was on Fox. I think it was Fox News. I hope I'm not saying the wrong thing. Business Report, and on there several times out of New York. Also, I saw her go to a high school and inform them about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So, yeah, she'd be a very interesting person to see. And no longer Miss Teen Crypto. She now goes by Randi Hipper, which is her name. So the next influencer I'd like to see would be John Kim. John was a real cheerleader for Litecoin a while back. I think he bought a Lamborghini with crypto. He kind of fell off the crypto. I don't know what to say, but the crypto podcasting for a while. He had his own kind of cooking show for that. So don't know what John's up to lately. He had some hysterical videos, especially with Jay Snips. But he is going to be there, and we'll get a chance to talk to him if you're there. He is simply referred to on the summit site as Chief Evangelist at Litecoin Foundation. So I guess he has landed there, and I'll be interested to talk to John and soak up some of that energy he has. Well, this is a little bit of an odd photo. I interviewed the next speaker. On the left of the screen is Grant Cook of Litecoin Underground, a podcaster, and I think he runs a Spaces every week on X, I believe. And there's yours truly, St. Jerome, with the interview of Grant Cook. You can find that interview on YouTube. Backtrack a little bit. I also put it on BitChute and Rumble and YouTube. Those are the ones I usually broadcast a podcast on. And also I put on my Patreon page. That's patreon.com/St. Jerome. You can join for free and get, I'm going to give members some special privileges coming up. But anyway, there's Grant. He had some interesting things to say. And I liked his hat so much, I got one too. So I'll wear that sometime, the Litecoin Underground hat. So it says here, Grant is the host of a weekly Litecoin Twitter X Spaces and the first Litecoin podcast. He is a longtime Litecoin holder and user with a goal of fostering a fun, positive community for Litecoin. And I think he's a big sponsor of Cake Wallet, I believe. I haven't used Cake too much. I have tried it a little bit. It seems like a good wallet. I know you can buy a lot of gift cards and spend your crypto that way, especially your Litecoin. So that's the official list of speakers. There's many more than that, such as Rise Crypto, but those are ones that, boy, I'd really like to see. I'd like to see Rise too. Anyway, here is Lisa Davis on the left of my shoulder and Clint Westwood on the right. They do a happy hour podcast every week around 4 Central Time, moves around a little bit. And who's that there in the middle? It's yours truly, St. Jerome. This was taken at the recent Westwood 24 earlier in June, around June 21st or so. It is about a 2-day official event and stretched out 3 or 4 days, depending on if you got there and like that. So shout out to Lisa and Clint. I think they're going to the Litecoin Summit, so you can see them there. I wish I could go. Maybe one day I'll get to go to that. And speaking of interesting folks that were at Westwood, I have a few pictures I'm going to show from Westwood 24. Notice that lovely shirt, and we're going to get a good picture. Those were courtesy of Paulie P. Speaking of Paulie P, here's myself, St. Jerome, with my good buddy Paulie P. That shirt says, and it's the one I'm wearing right now, folks. Litecoin is like Bitcoin, only faster. So I can wear that at the Litecoin Summit if I were going, but I don't think I get to wear that at the Bitcoin conference. I probably hear the dreaded poop coin, but they don't say poop. So anyway, they're a little bit prejudicial towards Litecoin, so they got an attitude. And Paulie P is a truck driver. He's has some interesting adventures. He is the #1 Jethro Tull fan in the world, and I am the #2 Jethro Tull fan. Actually, I thought I was #1. Been to about 7 concerts and have seen Jethro Tull, the band, in many circumstances, listened to all their albums, and they're my favorite band of all time. But I don't have a Broadswords and the Beast tattoo on my back like Paulie P does. Holy cow. And he has actually moved, he's a moving man in the day, and he is moving the instruments of the classic musicians. And he moved Jethro Tull bands, Ian Anderson, the lead singer, of course, moved them around. And then they coaxed Jethro Tull into playing a concert to the movers with kazoos. Oh my gosh, I wish I had a video of that. That would be hysterical. Here is some swag that Paulie P bought for everybody at Westwood this year. He bought everybody a Lamborghini model size. Oh my gosh, there are Lamborghinis everywhere. And people were playing with them on the bar. If you backed them up and let them go, they flew. So he gave out little cozies with the Westwood 24 banner on it. hats, and also a t-shirt. There's a t-shirt draped over there as part of the banner there. So thanks, Paulie P, for bringing all the lit gifts. They were great. And we all went to happy hour on Friday night at the Room in Metamora, Illinois. And here is Clint and Lisa podcasting live. It's always fun to be there on the podcast. You can interact with them in the chat room as they're podcasting. You're just a few feet literally away from them. So here they are with a screenshot off of my cell phone. This is during the actual podcast. So there's Litecoin Lisa and Clint Westwood, and doing their interchange, and very humorous all the time. And here's the live chat going on. So we had Crypto Experiences by St. Jerome. There's me. And then we had those who weren't there. I am was not there, but he was active in the chat. Warrior 32 wasn't there, Benny, but he was active. Chat Blind Dave Crypto. And then Mark Weems was there from Puerto Rico, Vieques. The first time I met Mark, been with him in the chat a lot of times. So just in his case there, I said in Spanish, which is cut off there, Bitcoin no me gusta. If you speak Spanish at all, you know what that means. And here's a picture of the bar we were at. And since it was Independence Day, 4th of July, salute the United States, I can't go without saying J Mac and America. J Mac, one of my favorite crypto buddies. He's sporting America, the beard, and a Westwood shirt sideways. Thanks for coming, J Mac. It was good to see you again. And I'll make this the parting shot of the Litecoin family that was there that week when at Westwood 24. There's some others here that weren't here the day we took this picture. So this is in Clint Westwood's man cave, the bar. It's amazing all the memorabilia he has around from all sorts of Litecoin things. A lot of, you can't see the walls in this photo, folks, but there's a lot of things that are just awesome and kind of one of a kind things. So okay, starting on your right side, taking the selfie here is Mitch. He's stars in Mitch Motivational, and he used to be on Crypto Campfire. To the next person working our way to the left is Charlie Davis. He is the husband of Litecoin Lisa, Lisa Davis, and he's sporting a Litecoin Underground hat. And then next to Lisa is Paulie P. In the background is Daddy-O, all the way from South Carolina with Fat Lattice. Back there, I think that's Mike underneath the Budweiser sign. Then in the goldish color shirt and glasses is Mark Weems, who came from Puerto Rico and Vieques. There is Clint Westwood, and yours truly on the outside, sporting also a Litecoin Underground hat, is St. Jerome of Crypto Experiences. So say goodbye to the Litecoin family. I know most of them are going to go to the Litecoin Summit, so you can talk to them personally there. Say hi to Paulie P and see if he'll give you a Lamborghini. All right, now let's go on really quickly to the Bitcoin conference. So I'll go really fast, if you don't mind. All right, we'll just talk a little bit about Bitcoin in 24 in Nashville, since it's just going to be right down the road from Litecoin Summit, and they do overlap a little bit. Folks, go to Litecoin first, and then if you want to pay the big bucks, go to the Bitcoin conference. So it is going to run through July 25th to 27th. And oh my gosh, there's speaker after speaker after speaker. I hear even that President Trump may show up to talk at Nashville, and he's being very pro crypto. Another couple of famous politicians are going to be there is Robert F. Kennedy, and also a couple of United States senators. Tulsi Gabbard is going to be there. She's a personal favorite of mine. I like listening to her. She's a congresswoman, and she's got a lot to say about freedom. And I'm going to kill Vivek's name, but Vivek Ramaswamy is also going to be there to speak. Wow, right? So Russell Brand will be speaking. Let's see, I'm scrolling down. The Edward Snowden will be speaking, probably online, huh? I think that's how I did it before. Okay, so Senator Bill Hagerty, Senator Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee. So it's both the Tennessee senators. Let's see who else here. Ben Askren, a MMA fighter. And Charlie Lee's brother, Bobby C. Lee. Put the C in there because other people named Bobby Lee. It helps to distinguish him a bit. Now, I have talked to Bobby a couple times online. He is the CEO of Ballet Wallets, of which I am an affiliate. And I think I'll probably get a chance to meet Bobby if I were going at the Litecoin Summit, maybe. I think he'd probably be there because Ballet has a booth at both places. So does Arculus wallet, and I recently purchased an Arculus wallet, and I find it kind of fascinating. It is a card that you can keep in your billfold, and in order to open it up and send, you have to have a PIN code on your phone, no big deal. Fingerprint, little more deal, and you have to have the card. You have to have all those things to send. So if you lose your card or lose your phone, people cannot break into your wallet. Now, it's not open source, and that concerns me a bit. So if I get a chance to talk to the guys from Arculus, I will talk to them. They're also going to be at both conferences, Litecoin and Bitcoin conference. And another U.S. senator is Cynthia Loomis. Wow. So also going to be there is Max Kaiser and Stacy. Um, I don't like him calling Litecoin a poop coin all the time. He calls everything a bit that, but he is the big speaker for Bitcoin, and especially with one of my Bitcoin, my cryptocurrency heroes, the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele. He has been the president's been a long time Kaiser Report fan, and Max and Stacy have now moved to El Salvador, and they are promoting Bitcoin and crypto adoption all over the place. It's amazing, folks. The Bitcoin used in El Salvador's legal tender, attracting all sorts of tourists to their country and people investing in the country. They're going to use a volcano to mine the Bitcoin. It's just absolutely amazing. And so I'm giving you a list of those who I would like to see the most. And literally, there's just dozens and dozens and dozens of speakers at the Nashville Bitcoin Conference. So I have to be honest, a lot more than Litecoin. Litecoin had a bunch. So, and one person I really like to see is Michael Saylor. Every time I hear him speak, I just want to go out and put all my money into Bitcoin. Now, I'm not going to do that, but he's executive chairman of MicroStrategy, a publicly traded business intelligence firm and holder of uh, 214,400 Bitcoins. Dang, that's a lot of Bitcoins worth billions and billions of dollars, right? He makes a good case for using Bitcoin. I know a thing that people like Michael do is they get Bitcoin for his company, and then they take loans on the Bitcoin and buy more Bitcoin. And they just kind of keep doing that, and that way they're accumulating more and more and more Bitcoin all the time. So yes, I'd like to hear him talk every time I've listened to him, and he can go on and on and on, and it's all very, very interesting information. For example, he had a 4-hour interview with Lex Friedman summarizing his thoughts on Bitcoin inflation, the future of money, with 9 million views on YouTube. Wowsy. So those would be the main Bitcoin speakers I would definitely want to see. And remember, I want to wear this short. Litecoin, it's like Bitcoin, but only faster. I bet I'd be a popular person there, don't you think? One thing I enjoyed about a Bitcoin conference a couple of years ago was, and I've done a podcast on this, but Venezuela is in hyperinflation. Their currency is worth absolutely nothing. It was blowing around the streets like in town. I was like, gosh, kids are making jewelry out of it. There were vendors on the Venezuela side that would only take right on the border that would only take Colombian currency. They would not take their own native currency. Um, and why am I saying that? Someone put a dumpster full of Venezuelan bolivares currency. That was their bills, and no one stole them. They would occasionally get them for a souvenir, but they were so worthless, that whole dang dumpster, that nobody cared. And that's amazing. That's why we're in the crypto, folks. It is going to kill the fiat system. Um, Fiat, as you know, is not backed by anything, and we are now a total fiat currency in the United States of America. Love the country, love America, America. And we just celebrated the 4th of July, had a good time. However, our currency now is not backed by anything at the moment. It was backed by gold. We went off the gold standard with Nixon in 1971, but they signed the treaty with Saudi Arabia that Saudi Arabia would only take oil sales in the United States dollar, and we backed them with our military. And our military strength kept us going until recently. I think it was June 9th. Saudi Arabia terminated that contract. And now they have a military contract with Russia, and they're part of the BRICS nations, and that keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So the U.S. dollar is still number one, but it is going to have a lot of competition with the BRICS nations. And unfortunately, I see I don't know if I see hyperinflation. I think we're going to see big bands of inflation coming up. I do think we're going to right the ship, but I think that cryptocurrency is going to play a big part of that. Bitcoin is going to play a big part. Litecoin is going to play a big part, and especially the banker coins, XRP, XLM being the top ones. They're going to be used in a new system because we're going to be digital. We're not going to be just all paper money. I hope we do have some paper money still, but backed by something. But we'll see what happens on that. I don't want anybody tracking me with a central bank digital currency, a CBDC. So let's hope the good guys get a hold of the system, and that's the way it goes. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it's a little informative on the conferences. I'd like to be there. Those are some of the speakers I would like to see, and we got a little bit of the Westwood fam there. So thanks for watching. My Patreon, as I said before, is patreon.com/Saint Jerome. All one case. Also, besides the Patreon, I have many discounts down below. I particularly think a good place to get your crypto is from Caleb and Brown. And my affiliate code is down below. If you use that affiliate code, you get a permanent 3.5% all your transactions, and they are so easy to work with. I had an email stolen and lost control of it, and I had a whole bunch of information on there, and I went to Caleb Brown, said I got hacked, and they shut it off right away. Then to prove who I was later, I had to go through a lot of steps, but worth every single second of that. So they'll do, if you use their portal, they'll do trades in as low as $500. I know that's a lot of money, but for a crypto trade, if you're actually moving some of your assets over, you might want to take advantage of that. So good way to do it. And when you send transactions and you're using crypto and you go into Australia where they're located, wow, it's fast. So nothing but good things to say about them so far. I've known them for a couple of years. You get a personal broker. That's just amazing. If you do go through the broker, you have to do bigger transactions starting about $2,000. But the broker's there to answer questions, and they're very helpful. And if you really have a problem, you can call up and they'll help you get through it. They do test sends if you to make sure your wallet is valid, and then you tell them if you got it or not, then they can send you the rest. And so the easiest way to deal with them is, yes, you can wire them money. That's kind of a pain to wire money, but if you send them, say, a coin such as Tether, I'm not coming, the word's not coming to mind, like a stable coin, that's what I wanted to say. One of those stable coins over, then you can have your trade sitting in a stable coin, and it should do pretty good anyway. So not financial advice. So, and see what else. Oh, I'm Ballet Ambassador. Ballet wallets are great little wallets. They're kind of like a fancy paper wallet, but they have two codes on them. They have a QR code to send and a passcode. You have to have both. You have to have the app, but that app is open source. And you can get it there. So the only downside on the Ballet wallet is if you lose your wallet, you can lose your funds, because all you need is that wallet. But boy, is it easy to use. If you want to get a deposit, you just scan the QR code on the outside. And if you want to send, you just peel back that sticker, get the QR code and the password on the scratch phrase down below. So if you have any questions, put them down below. Thanks for watching once again. I'll try to get out a couple more videos a little quicker. I was a little slow this time. Thanks for watching once again. Goodbye, folks.